What is up, everybody, and welcome to Pro Cycling Manager 2023, where today we will be starting our Pro Cyclist career mode. And today we're going to be using the World Database 2023 mod. And I would like you to meet our cyclist, Vladimir Saracen, the 6-foot-tall Czech, who is going to be a cobbly puncher with world-class potential. It's not going to be the best we can because I think it gets a little too easy towards the end of your career, but we're going to be looking to pinch stages and at Grand Tours and win some cobble classics throughout our career. And we will be riding for Team Elkov Kasper, who seems like they have a decent punchy team, but I assume we'll become the #1 puncher on this team in no time at all. And now that we've reached the start of our first season, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at our calendar real quick. That seems a little sparse. Not going to be doing a lot of racing at the start of the year, which isn't ideal. But looks like it picks up a little bit towards the middle of the year, and we end out pretty strong. But as we go on, we will accumulate some points and hopefully be able to add some more races here at the start of the season. It's so important to get your pro cyclist up to speed. But we're going to have to talk to our trainer and tell him that, yeah, we're going to get ready for the spring since we don't have much going on early. Now, our training for the year is going to be centered around 3 objectives. The Circuit des Ardennes, which is looks like a good opportunity for us to pick up some stage wins, 3 hilly stages. We're going to move on to our main goal of the year, the Czech Tour, obviously. Being a Czech rider, we want to do well in our home tour, and there are 2 hilly stages. And at the end of the year, the Vuelta a Guatemala, with a ton of hilly stages, and I think we might be able to be in there for GC win if we progress as much as I want to. And through the weeks I have already done, we're going to try and focus on becoming well-rounded with puncher, cobbles, sprint, and climber, just giving myself options based on when I level up to kind of make myself a threat in every situation besides time trials where we have 56. But that's just going to make the longer tours a little bit more fun. And we have arrived here at our first race, Gravel and Tar, down in New Zealand. Jan Barta is going to be joining us. What a great name. Now, Gravel and Tar is a flat cobbly stage, so we should be in with a shot. I think this little hilly section of cobbles might be a good launching point if we are able to go for the stage win. And at the start of our first race, we are going to be told to get it in the breakaway, which isn't our specialty, but we will decide to give it a go. Let me get ready to get to the front of the race. We'll speed it up a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and attack out of the main peloton. Seems like the peloton is letting us go at this point, which is good news. Now we're going to sit in with our teammate, and I will see you later in the race. Now with 27 kilometers to go, we've reached a little gravel section, and Ivory's decided he's going to make a move for it, so we're going to go ahead and sit on his wheel. Let us recover a little bit. Peloton's still 1.5 minutes behind. We'll bump the speed up a little bit. Just stick with this group. And down to 1 minute now. It's not looking likely, but the stamina on our teammates makes us think that we have a real shot here at staying away. So we'll hop back on in the relay to about 80. We don't want to burn ourselves out too much, so we'll stick it to 77. And what I said before the race I think might be correct. That little uphill gravel section might be our launch point to try and win the race, as our teammate thinks this is his show, which it's not. He just doesn't know about us yet. Tuletsky trying to break away, but that's not going to work. So 45 seconds on the peloton. Not quite where we want to be yet to respond to that move. So once we get right here on this incline, we will attack. Head down and then try to attack over, which, if we come down on the descent, try and regain some stamina. Looks like the peloton hasn't responded yet, but we're going to have to slow it down. And I have completely lost myself making sure I had stamina left, and I'm going to lose the sprint. Oh no. A mistake in our first race, but it's still a top 15. If we had attacked any earlier, I think we would have ran out of stamina. I think it would have been about the same either way. But Timo Kielik, Axel Laurence, the likely favorites, finish 1-2. And a mistake made by me loses us our first top 10. But if we look at the results, there's really no surprises in the top 10. Dominic Newman got us in there, so hopefully we weren't that big of a disappointment. I cannot believe I threw that away. We will get 10 experience points for finishing our first race. We'll get 4 for our 125 kilometers in the breakaway. Nothing for a top 20, which is a little disappointing considering our next race is February 20th, so we do not have a chance to level up before then and get a little better. But at the end of the month, we've gained 45 experience points, which will take us to level 2, which is desperately needed. We get a skill point and we get to improve our attributes, which I think are only... Oh, we have 2 choices now. Puncher or Northern Classics. Cobbles could go up by 2, hills could go up by 1, but I think going to stick to strictly Puncher right now since we don't have a lot of Classics races right now anyway. That's going to be more for the future. We'll get our acceleration up to 72, and I mean, look at all those improvements. So we're going to go ahead and take the Puncher upgrade, and for our skill point, I really love the technique upgrade. It just gets you to the front of the peloton in an instant. So I think our strategy for this is we're going to take this to make our races a little easier. And then we're just going to power through the XP each month, because the earlier you get that, the more it pays dividends. So we're going to go ahead and take Technique Level 1 and continue on to the Grand Prix Justiniano race. No idea how to pronounce that, but we should be in a much better spot than we were in that first one, and hopefully I won't screw the second race up. And we have reached February 20th. The Grand Prix Justiniano race is upon us, and it's not looking favorable for us, so I assume we'll be in a teammate role. We're going to see what the race director wants from us and follow it to a T, and hopefully get a little bit more experience out of this one. And we are here at the start of the Grand Prix Justiniano race on a -2 day. Stats aren't looking too good, but fortunately we are just in a teammate role today. We have to work at the head of the group for 25 kilometers, and Not really expecting much for the end, but we're going to try and get as much of that out of the way as possible so we can join the sprint and just see what happens towards the end of the race. And I will see you towards the end of that race. And with 20 kilometers to go, the break still has 58 seconds. So we are going to return to the front to try and pull them back. We don't have anybody in the break, so it's getting a little bit. We'll just follow Timo Kielik there. Nope, we won't. So we are going to sit here towards the front. It doesn't look like we're making a ton of headway pulling this group back. They're staying about a minute out. This has to pick up soon. With 9 kilometers left, they're still at 50 seconds. One of these sprint trains really has to step it up and make a move. Don't see any big hitters up there at the front, but they're leaving this too late. 5 kilometers left. We're going to take our energy gel. Then we're going to move up through the pack, or we won't. Use a little bit of our speed, and with 1.5 left, we're going to go sprint, but that breakaway is going to end up winning the stage. It's going to be Afik Huzny-Othman to win, and everybody else left in the dust. Nobody wanted to put in the work towards the end of the race to get there. And we don't even end up with a top 20 in the Grand Prix Justiniano race. A little bit of a disaster for us. And at the end of the day, Afik Huzny-Othman, Tahir Yigit, Ali Gok are your podium for the Grand Prix Justiniano. Did not see that coming, but congratulations to them. And we will get 7 points for our work at the head of the group, and nothing else. So coming up, Grand Prix Mediterranean on March 6th is going to be our next race, and that will be the first race of our next episode. And this is the first time that I've done something like this, trying to set up a series for Pro Cycling Manager. So if you did enjoy watching, please leave a like, subscribe. I will be doing this for an extended number of episodes, and I will be coming out with a career mode series as soon as I'm able to, probably at the start of next week. So thank you, and I will see you later.